Hello, friends and listeners and viewers and those sorts. Here we are at the set of A Couple of Dummies podcast. And what would you say, Brian? Would you say something went wrong today?
We had a technical challenge.
We had a technical challenge. That technical challenge being that, and we just talked it out because we were in a dark spot for a minute, weren't we?
I'm still in a dark spot, but we
were in. What we were in was.
Go ahead, you talk.
We were in a dark spot. And we're out of it now. Because what happened was we recorded an hour and change? Would you say an hour and change?
Hour and change, yeah.
We recorded an hour and change and then went back to watch it. And there was no audio. So we've struck the set. The remainders are over here. We struck the equipment out of anger. There's still a little bit of anger. Because it was primarily my fault. It was.
That's not true.
No, but I'm taking full responsibility because it's my mic that we were using, and I changed the power source and then didn't do a few things to make it.
We ran a full test, as we should do. Best practices.
Best practices.
We ran a full audio test, and then we made a change to the setup,
mm-hmm.
and we did not follow with an audio test thereafter.
No, we changed the setup and then didn't test that setup. Our intentions were good, though, I would say, right? We just wanted
Our intentions are generally good, yes.
So, you don't get to see today's podcast because we feel like if we went back and re-recorded the whole thing, it would be forced and we would seem a little desperate. Not like this isn't desperate.
We are desperate.
This is kind of our letter from hostage situation. No, but we wouldn't feel. We would feel like we were forcing it and trying to recreate something that the part of the charm that we feel with the podcast that we find charming is that it's off the cuff and it's what right.
That's what we find charming about it.
Yeah,
I'll be honest with you, Mark. I don't find anything charming about our brother.
He's still in a little bit of a dark place. I'm not patronizing you. So what we decided to do was just to count our losses for this week. We do want to hit on a few points.
A few points.
Just a few points. We want to thank Lisa, who is now officially the optometrist of A Couple of Dummies.
Lisa is our optometrist.
If you have any questions, next podcast we'll touch on your asthma that you have in your eye.
No, she helped me a while back, helped me diagnose my xanthelasma.
Xanthelasma. It's a special inhaler that you just spray right into your eyeball.
That's not true.
So I was wearing this shirt, so I want my VFX buddies to know that I was supporting you today, and we talked a little bit about that. We talked about breakfast, which I cooked, and it was a huge success, and I didn't miss anything.
But he didn't make the omelet.
I didn't make an omelet that I had talked about. And we talked about our friends at Triton Brewery,
yep.
That we're hoping will be our future sponsors.
We talked about road trips.
We talked about road trips, and we do want to tell that story again. We're not going to recreate it, but sometime down the line, we're going to talk about our mutual road trips and exciting moments that we both have had behind the wheel.
Your favorite breakfast?
White knuckle.
Your favorite breakfast cereal is?
About Golden Grams.
Golden Grams.
Golden Grams, and we talked about shredded wheat.
Shredded wheat.
But we talked about the one mini wheat, frosted mini
wheats.
And how we had a mutual agreement that we both would take the piece and lay it sugar side down.
Sugar side down on the tongue.
And also that when you poured milk over it, it washed all the sugar into the bottom of the bowl.
And why didn't they put sugar on both sides?
Yeah, why didn't they put sugar on both sides? That's just it's a simple request.
We talked about Serena Williams and that she would beat either of our asses at arm wrestling.
Both at the same time, probably, too.
Easily.
Yep. Michael Young, that one's for you. And that's it. That's really all we covered. Oh, and we covered our U.S. Ambassador Dennis Rodman going to North Korea.
And making best friends with the most powerful third world leader that wants to destroy America.
Yep. Good job. And thanks for giving him a Bulls jersey. That makes Chicago very happy. So anyways, that's what we covered. And this is just kind of our little sorry. But those of you that are watching, we love all four of you. We love you very much. And we did a jingle. Do we want to spice that?
Sure. Mark wrote a jingle that we're going to incorporate someday soon, and it goes a little something like this.
You want to hold the camera?
Sure.
These days when the world gets crazy and everything's upside down, tune in Relax, or just be lazy with the dumbest couple of fellers in town. Just a couple of pals talking about movies and music and gals. Just a couple of dummies, the dumb dummies for you. We're gonna get actual vocalists to record that for us. Probably Bridget. Right?
That'd be nice if we had an actual vocalist.
Friend, I'm glad we're doing this right now because a few minutes ago we were about ready to break some stuff.
Go Colts.